Good morning, everyone. It's the start of a new week. New week for me, meaning I put out a video today. That's Thursday. Yeah, so I put a video out and I have the next 6 days of no video to put out. I'm gonna go to town. There's things that can wait or things that I can go and get now. I'll just get it now, get it out of the way. And then I'm gonna hunker down hard here for the next week because the weather looks amazing. It's a lot of driving and everything and spending money on fuel, but I will get it out of the way right now. Just doing some figuring. I think everything else I can make, plywood purchase, but the pilings that go in the ground, I'm just going to buy some pressure treated ones, or the other option is I'm going to see if I can't find like old telephone poles or something. I've been around cabins or places or cottages that have been where people have used train ties for certain things. They off gas, you can smell them all the time, like especially in the warm days. Here's some nice new ones though. Those would save me a lot of time and a lot of money. I don't smell anything coming off these though. Oh yeah, there it is. I don't know, I just remember people that had used them, even if they were there for 20 years, you could always smell that. Smell like you're near the train all the time. Food is, I would say, not a very big expense when you're building. It's very minor, so I haven't been spending exactly a lot of my budget on food. But the materials and the boat and vehicle stuff is the expensive part. Food supply, something to look into more. Huh. They're everywhere. There's thousands of them. It looks like they're migrating down to the water. They have that instinct. I should make some sawhorses. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Should have did that 2 years ago. Life is good. So here we have a door into the wing wall addition. Same over on that side. Decided I'm going to go with a vaulted ceiling, 45-degree pitch, or also known as a 12-12 pitch. To be a door, if I want in the winter to heat everything, open the doors. Lots of doors, lots of windows. Lots of doors, lots of windows. I like that. It's good. The more the better. A little trickier to build, a little trickier to heat, but I think it makes it a lot nicer to be in. All about the windows and having plenty of natural light.
I'm very confident with the super hard compact clay. This building is never going to move. The big thing is keep moisture away from my funny looking footings. That's the fun of building cabins. I'm going to do some sort of wraparound deck. Whatever you see that's supporting this main part of the cabin, this is going to stay dry. I'm keeping snow and moisture well back from getting under there. I would have loved to have done like concrete, anything concrete for the pilings or any sort of footings. It would have been a lot to get that concrete up here. It would have been more than I was willing to do. So enter this. Is what it is. I know for sure that the next cabin I build on the other side of the river, even though it's going to be a lot of work to get concrete in, I got to try concrete, maybe modern concrete with rebar or some sort of rock and mortar. That's the fun about being out in places like this, is you can experiment, try new things. But there's something to be said about experimenting, trial and error, seeing with your own eyes. Look, I don't have neighbors, I'm in an unorganized area. I think it's fun to experiment. I know the big fundamentals are keep insects and moisture out. You're going to be fine if you do that. Big overhangs. Don't let snow build up. It's fun. Like you're like it kind of feels like you're a child building a fort using your own imagination. There's a lot to having a mill, and there's a lot to building with logs. And then there's a lot to doing it like this. So just did a bunch of back framing, finished everything off. Everything is completely nailed off. So that wasn't too bad. Back to the film studio here in a bit to put together some film. And the way I'm facing it right now, 12 feet across and 8-foot walls. That's a bit higher. So there's that right now. So for the roof, I've decided 12-12 pitch. Rafters. I'm going to support them vertically. I have to make a beam that will go there, support it all the way down. So transfer that load, probably like 14 inches by 3 inches kind of thing. This beam, which is going to be 16 feet long, I have to make that with the Alaskan mill. Seven pieces
per sawhorse. All 7 are cut at 3 feet. Take these apart. Some braces that were used on the wall. Just an I-beam of sorts. I-beam. Well, here's the cutoff from before when I was making the pilings. It's the right length. I can use it for the ridge beam for the roof. I think this might be too heavy. There's no knots in it. There's a couple small knots, but it's mostly like clear. Oh yeah, that's too heavy. I guess I'll do the cutting over here. Just enough meat on it to get a nice big thick board. It's nice and straight. Just big enough, just thick enough. I haven't started it in a while, so. Dang it. Can't seem to get this thing going. I spent a couple hours just setting it all up and sharpening it, and it's like quite a process to set this thing up. I had to get the proper width and everything. I don't know, I just had it serviced, but like back in the spring. I'll have to hunker down tonight and do some research. I feel like it should go. It was maintenance not long ago. It should just go. I don't think the carbs are all that dirty or anything. That's the angle I'm going with. Pretty sharp pitch on the roof, but it will be worth it. I tried everything to get that going a while ago. I don't know if this is that effective, but I put in some of the seafoam. Like I tried everything to get that started. Spent quite a while on it, but I put in seafoam like half an hour ago, just into the fuel tank, and then I come back half an hour later, pull it, like second pull it starts. So I don't know if it was the seafoam or if it was just coincidence. I don't know. I'm impressed. It started anyway, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, I'll make the beam tomorrow if I get that thing going in the morning. And yeah, maybe that was the... I know this worked excellent on the ATV, so... It already sounds better than before. So it's sort of turning over a bit. Doesn't matter, it'll start tomorrow. Just ran out of steam. I will look forward to the day where I get an actual mill up here. It's not perfect, but I can make it work. It's gonna take some rework on the rafter. Perfect would be better, but it's gonna create a little bit extra work. We may have to custom cut each rafter slightly longer or slightly shorter. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. I have to push the wall to me that much from this side here to the string in order to have this wall perfectly plumb level square. I was hoping to avoid having any interior braces because I would like to put up some sort of scaffolding here, but I might have to have some interior braces anyway. Don't want to suck it in that much. Well, that's one wall. Lost my block. There it is. So the wall, I have to suck the wall in this way. So I'll do the same kind of brace again. A little bit more and then I need a nailer. Okay, scaffolding done. Still need some handrail up there. There it is. Top of the morning, everybody. I keep having second thoughts. I have the chosen path of building off of posts into the ground, and I keep thinking, geez, what if they only last like 10 or 15 years? Then I was doing a bunch of research. They're either going to be charred or pressure treated, buried into a very super hard compact clay. And that clay seems to be very dry. It's almost like, I'm no geotech, but it's almost like water cannot penetrate this clay. It's like this rock hard, dry clay. I don't know if it's just in that one spot or it's because I'm at a confluence of a river and a creek and a couple different valleys, but it's a really interesting place to build on. It's like the water hits the soil and it just, once it gets down to the clay, it just goes off into the river or something. But I do recall up here, the fellow who lived in the sod home or whatever, he buried a post and it's been there for decades. It was not treated. Whatever it takes to keep them dry, whatever that all these pilings that's supporting the structure, then there's no reason they shouldn't last for a heck of a lot longer than my lifetime, right? So it's a cabin in the woods. You know what? I've seen, like I say, I've seen cottages all over. These old cabins or cottages that are just built willy-nilly. And they're still going. They're like 100 years old. So I don't know. I don't want to get all crazy about hyper engineering, and sure, I'd love to build something like the Romans that would last a couple thousand years, but just gonna go with it. Wood pilings into the ground, keep them dry. Every now and again, I keep getting these weird second thoughts about it. It drives me nuts. I'm gonna own it. There's the crank on it that was used to pull up the boat. But check this out. This has been here for a few decades. These are steel toe boots. Like, this has been exposed the entire time, not treated. My God, no, it's still solid. Because you read fence posts rot and this and that and the other thing, but the house is acting as a big canopy over the posts. And sure, they'll get wet every once in a while with snow melt every spring. And I feel a little more confident now after double checking that post. Quit fretting about it, Sean. You'll be okay. If it lasts my lifetime, it'll last my lifetime. It's good. It's good. Stop worrying. What was I saying before that? Anyway, I know I'm talking your ear off about all this. Obsessing about it. Post in the ground. Lovely. Oh baby, it's coming together now. Here's my center line. It's plumb. It's dead center of the walls. Here's the narrow end. This is 3 inches wide. That end over there is 3.5. So it's hard to get it perfect with an Alaskan mill, the chainsaw attachment. Like, you're gonna get inconsistencies. I didn't have to bring this up the river in a boat, and I didn't have to buy it. So still a good deal. This side is perfect, dead straight. The other side will require a lot of notching. Some nails. Lumber wise, I'd like to try to make as much as I could, but that Alaskan mill is so slow. But the plywood's important for the roof to really keep all the structural strength. I feel that it's I think it's the strongest method. It's better than strapping, I think. I'd like to get that outboard motor going. I think it's fuel related. So, well, the other reason I came for food, my food supply sucks, so that's the main reason I came in. Some food that actually tastes pretty good. I have a lot of food in general, but it's more for emergency, longevity type stuff. It's just nice to talk to somebody, even if that means talking to the person that works at the local gas station here or whatever. Anybody. Having the Starlink helps though, that with technology, so that's nice too. That helps. It makes it easier being up there, that's for sure. We're gonna go see if we can't get that boat motor going. Has to be something to do with the fuel line, fuel filter. I think it was in 1996, and I don't think this ever got a whole lot of use. Everything looks pretty mint in there. It's not a spark plug issue. So here we have the fuel line. Yada yada yada. There's mechanically inclined people that know what's going on better than me, but that was loose. So there was a lack of seal, so I think this screw here was loose, and I think could have been creating a loss of suction, possibly. Let's take a look at the filter as well. No point dragging it way the heck up to the trailhead. It's just as safe there as it is here. So I'm at the trailhead. My ATV has a slow leak in the one tire. Sometimes the tire won't go flat. I have a air compressor, but the air compressor, which should be in my vehicle, is up at the cabin. There's a little bit of air. Quite a bit of food, so I'll have to do a few trips on the trail. Got to put out a video for tomorrow. Last 2 or 3 days hasn't been much on the building side of things. That roof will be on. The plywood, it'll be all sheeted and on within the next 2 weeks, and then I can tin it. Then whenever it rains, everything after that, I'm under that tin roof. Got a bunch of frozen chicken. Everything that needs to stay cold. Check this cart out tonight, put it in the video tomorrow for tomorrow morning. I'll be up late tonight, lots of editing. There. I'll be back, little buddy. There we are, end of the line. Trail gets a lot worse than that. Hello, bear. Coming. Coming for you. I have a little wee brown squirrel here. He wants to say hi. Oh, where's he going? Hello? Squirrel? Scared. Hello, bear? I haven't seen any fresh bear signs, so as long as they hear me. Time for the monthly bath. Oh yeah. That's kind of nice. Oh, okay.